fundsupermart.com.
What is your outlook for Japan in 2015?
Yes, I have very positive outlook for Japanese equity in 2015. I think that the EPS, earnings per share growth of the Japanese companies is more than 15% of fiscal 2015. And I'm not surprised that if the Nikkei 225 of the Japanese company equity climbed to 20,000 in this year. So I think that my forecast is a little bit more bullish than the street consensus, but I don't think that weak yen effect and cheap oil price effect is priced in the equity market yet. So that's the background on my outlook.
What are the likely key risks that investors should be aware of?
If the real wage doesn't increase, that's a risk for the Japanese equity market and Japanese economy. So in Japan, thanks to the dynamics, right now the inflation is already risen, and also inflation expectation is already risen. But if the wage don't increase a lot, so it is really hard for the Japanese economy to have sustainability.
Are Japanese equities a sound long-term investment? With Abenomics on the play, should investors still be worried about the long-lasting structural problems in Japan, such as the huge government deficit, aging society, and energy problems?
Well, I don't think we have to worry about this type of the structural problem in Japan for the equity investment now, because we already know that. So I think right now the Japanese economy is in the process of the transition from like a shrinking economy under the deflationary period deflation to an expanding economy under the modest inflation. So it is without question that Japan's economy is heading for better. So that's why I think the equity investment for the Japanese company is sound investment. That's my opinion.
Will Abenomics continue to work well and support market performance this year? What else can be done coming into 2015?
Yes, I think the company's change will be the big theme of the Japanese equity market this year. Right now, the Japanese company try to increase ROE and corporate governance. It's really good thing, and it's really new thing for the Japanese company. I think this is a theme for the equity market. Let me tell you about the background. So, Japanese company used to, keep the kind of like low margin business, but they finally recognize it is not so good for them, for their sustainability of the company. So right now they try to, make some restructuring of the business and to seek for the higher ROE, and which is good for the shareholder.
On the whole, which sectors are you bullish and bearish on?
Yes, in terms of sectors, these days it is difficult for me to tell you about it, because sometimes for some companies is winner in that sector, but many we can observe many loser within that sector. But which we like is the companies we like is company which has many competitive product and competitive services. So we can see a lot of company within the automobile sector and electric parts sector for that. In addition to that, in Japan right now the labor shortage is increased a lot. So right now the unemployment rate of the Japanese economy is around 3.5%, which is almost same as structural unemployment rate. So, and as you pointed out, in Japan, we have kind of like a structural problem of aging society. So Japan needs like a higher productivity in the future. For that, I think information technology industry is kind of like a top spot, which we like. Thank you.